Welcome to the Dutchman's Journal. I'm out here on our DP sets, and to be honest with you, I'm a little disappointed with the outcome that I'm having. So far, I've only captured one coon. Now, here's our set over here, and as you can see, the lid's off of this, and I come by every day to check my sets, and the lid's off of that one, but the lid isn't off of these two. Neither one of these sets have been touched at all. So I think it's time for me to go back to the blackboard and figure out how to improve what I'm doing here, because what I'm doing is not making me very happy. In spite of the fact that I have plenty of sign out here that shows that there's activity from the coons, and also I am picking them up on my game cams, although they're set for me to track deer. The coon come into those areas and they're feeding on corn that have been deposited from my feeder. So we'll check out the other sets, and then like I Well, I'm here in the fur shed, and like I said before, I'm going back to the drawing board to figure out a better bait so I can attract more coon in. Just so I don't confuse anybody on this, that bait that I was using probably, if I left it there over a long haul, would in fact work fine. However, I initially set up bait stations to see the volume of coon that I had in the area, number one. Then number two, I went ahead and I put the DPs in that area, and I did get response, but not the response that I felt I should have. I should have had a greater impact. Even though I let it out there for 2 weeks, I didn't feel I was getting the correct volume back for the amount of sets I had out there. Everybody has to judge this on their own. You have to study your environment, know the habits of the animals in that area, and then change your methods, your techniques to complete your goals. So my decision now is, like I say, back to the drawing board. I'm going to come up with a bait that I think might be a little better for me with those DP traps out there. Okay, I'm going to start off again with simplicity. I have a container that I use to load my traps with, and I'm going to go ahead and use a dollar store brand of cat food here called Cat Cafe. The reason for using the cat food is that it already has natural odors to it that are attractive to cats, which seem to be attractive to coon as well. So I'm going to go ahead and dump some of that into the container. One of the reasons I use cat food over dog food in the DP is because the size of the cat food is a lot smaller than dog food. So it's easier to put in, and I think it's a little more efficient. Now I'm going to add sun-rendered fish oil. Now I will tell you that sun-rendered fish oil has an offensive odor to it, to say the least. It smells like rotten fish, let's face it. Okay, I wet the top of the cat food with that, and then I'll go ahead, cap it, shake it up, and if you excuse me a second, I'm going to open my door. That makes a difference. And that's it. That's it. I mean, that's what I'm going to use for the bottom base of my bait in the DP. Then I'm going to put in some corn. Only this time I'm going to use candy corn. Alright, for their sweet tooth. And that's what I'll be putting on the top layer of the DP trap, just like we did the last time. And so I'll put that in a container. I try not to touch any of the stuff with my hands. And then in the area where I reset the DP traps, I'm going to go ahead and spray some shellfish oil in the background, up on a tree, just to get their attention, so to speak. So that's it. Now we're going to take these back out there, rebait, and we'll try it again and see what happens. If that doesn't work well, we'll be back here in the drawing board again and go to another phase. But I have a feeling that this is going to work for us. This has worked for me in the past. I just was taking advantage of the knowledge of knowing that they were feeding on corn from my deer feeder, and that's what I used in my DPs. And then they were also using the apples, which they were eating on. And we got a few coon, but I still feel we should have done much better. So. Well, here's another coon caught in the DP. I had changed the bait in here, and now we're starting to get new action coming in. As you can tell, it's not in any trauma, just sitting there, and that's the way I normally find them. They're of course, they're not happy, but they're not going crazy and trying to tear themselves out of the trap.